your units to present arms.
3,500 American paratroopers arrayed before us, ready to head off to war.
He was halfway to Amarillo when he should have been in Tennessee, with his wife, his kids, and the folks from the church working in the ministry. But his fate would have it, got a phone call last night. Now that preaching man with the Bible in his hand has left God and his wife. I wish the story had a different ending, and this was a lie, and that the winter wasn't coming, and that my mama didn't cry, and that my daddy's word was all she'd ever need. But I'm getting older now, and I've seen too many things. He was a rancher from Montana, doing his best to stay up with his kids off in college. His wife didn't say too much, but he took her for her word that everything was alright, till he found a note sitting on the floor. It said the time is right. I wish the story had a different ending, and this was a lie, and that the winter wasn't coming, and that she wasn't on my mind, and that that woman's word was all I'd ever need. I'm getting older now, and I've seen too many things. He was a soldier for our country, doing what was right, never worried about himself, but willing to give his life. And when that day finally came, and he laid it all down, we put my brother to rest on a hill in our little town. I wish the story had a different ending, and this was a lie, and that the winter wasn't coming, and soldiers don't die, and that a country's word was all they'd ever need. But I'm getting older now, and I've seen too many things. I wish the story had a different ending, and this was a lie, and that the winter wasn't coming, and it was always July, and that a man's word was all he'd ever need. I'm getting older now, and I've seen too many things. Too many things. but a good thing never breaks. You say some things will never change. You tell me until you find your way. The roads you go won't be easy to hold. You'll find out someday. Tell it, preach man. Daddy lived his last autumn, but the way he went was right. He was mending fence on the northern quarter when a snake bit him in the thigh. Now me and the boys all gathered round when they laid Daddy real low. He had his old boots on, the coveralls torn. It's the way he wanted to go. And he said some things will never change. He tell me until you find your way. The road you go won't be easy to hold. We'll find out someday. He says some things will never change. You tell me until you find your way. The road you go won't be easy to hold. You'll find out someday. You'll find out someday. The weed in the field was always planted right. The deer would agree with Dad on each November night.
Tuning up for his big shot at stardom, Sean Bennette goes through the lyrics of a few songs he wrote before heading off to tryouts for the show Nashville Star.
Daddy lived his last autumn, but the way he went was right.
Bennette, a sergeant first class at Fort Richardson, was hand-picked for the chance to audition.
But I never agreed with that old man while he was still around.
By singer Billy Ray Cyrus.
He actually told me I was going to be singing. I'd much rather write and be behind the scenes than sing.
But for Bennette, his shot at stardom is hardly a life-defining moment.
While fighting to keep the door closed, the enemy tossed a hand grenade into the room and sprayed AK-47 gunfire through a small opening in the door, killing one and wounding 3 soldiers, including Sergeant First Class Bennette.
That came 1 month ago when Bennette received the Army's 3rd highest award, the Silver Star.
And it was a tough day. It was a tough day for the Army. It was a tough day for everybody.
Bennette was seriously wounded in the January 2007 attack of his base in Iraq.
He was a soldier for our country, doing what was right. Never worried about himself, willing to give his life. And when that day finally came, and he laid it all down, we put my brother to rest on a hill in our little town.
4 others in his Anchorage unit were killed.
But one soldier's dream has already come true.
The trial lines were full, they were the best in all the time.
This morning, Bennette's star was on display in New York on the Today Show.
Tell me about the last 48 hours. What have they been like?
Whirlwind. Whirlwind, whirlwind.
Bennette says he wasn't too happy with his Nashville Star audition in Norfolk, Virginia over the weekend.
I got my first step on the stage, and I had to really keep it together.
But the Anchorage soldier says he will find out by Wednesday if he'll make the show and a chance for a major country recording contract.
He was halfway to Amarillo when he should have been in Tennessee.
But regardless of what happens, people who have heard him sing say Bennette's star is on the rise.
Every time I hear that, I get the chills. It's just something about it. I mean, I haven't seen anybody walk into a room and without playing an instrument, just sing a melody that they wrote, just the words, and with no music, actually really impact you.
I'm getting older now, and I've seen too many things.
A star both reluctant to shine and uniquely brilliant.
There's a lot of soldiers that don't get seen that have done some pretty heroic stuff.
Don't call him hero.
Too many